My wife married me for money and now wanted to divorce me for alimony. The divorce papers landed on the mahogany table, a stark white square against the polished wood. I picked them up, the crisp paper cool against my hand, and felt a strange numbness creep through me. It wasn't the divorce itself that surprised me, but the reason for it. Alimony. "You know," she'd said, her voice dripping with a saccharine sweetness that made my skin crawl, "I've been putting up with you for long enough. It's time I enjoyed the fruits of our labor." "Labor," she'd repeated, as if the word itself were a tangible product, something you could hold in your hand and admire, which, in a way, it was. It was the truth, wasn't it? She'd married me for my money. It was obvious from the start. My father, a shrewd businessman, had built a fortune in real estate, and I, his only son, had inherited the entire legacy. Look in her eyes when I proposed, the way she'd practically leapt into my arms, was not the look of love, but the look of a predator sniffing out prey. I wasn't blind. I was, perhaps, naive, blinded by a kind of desperation for companionship, a yearning for a home, a family. She was beautiful, charming, and, I thought, kind. But kindness, I discovered, was a veneer, a thin layer of paint covering a cold, calculating core. We lived in a gilded cage, a sprawling mansion that echoed with my wife's laughter, but never with her genuine joy. She never once touched my business, never cared about the intricacies of my deals, the sleepless nights I spent, the burden of responsibility I carried. My success was hers to enjoy, my money hers to spend. And now she wanted more. Not a share of the fortune, but a constant stream of it, a lifetime annuity, a perpetual reminder of her victory. I stared at the papers, the words blurring before my eyes. This wasn't about love or even marriage. This was a transaction. I had been used, manipulated, and now discarded like an old, worn-out toy. A laugh escaped my lips, a hollow sound that echoed in the empty room. "So be it," I finally said, my voice raspy, filled with a strange mix of resignation and defiance. "You want the money, you'll have it, but I'll make sure you know the cost." I went back to my work, the familiar rhythm of spreadsheets and contracts soothing, the ache in my chest. I wouldn't fight her, wouldn't stoop to her level. I would simply outmaneuver her, ensure she got what she wanted, but with a price tag she couldn't even fathom. The divorce was final within the month. And as I signed the papers, handing over a signed check for the alimony, I felt a strange liberation. I was no longer trapped in a gilded cage, but finally free. And my wife, she would learn that true wealth goes far beyond money.